What's going on YouTube? It's been a little while from my last video. I did a quick video back then about how to get good drums in Cubase. I got a ton of views and a lot of comments. It seemed to help a lot of people, so just thanks for watching that. Thanks for sharing it with people. And really appreciate it. And just kind of to preface this video, if you like the videos I've done so far, make sure you hit subscribe and that notification bell. Today we're actually going to cover something to do with that. It's actually how to get your DAW sound from Cubase on a Windows machine into streaming software like OBS or OBS Labs, depending on what you roll with. I use OBS. That's a big issue for a lot of people. It's a big issue for me. Obviously, Windows ASIO drivers aren't as intuitive as Mac, so it's not as easy to just set up all these audio bridges and stuff and get your sound wherever you want it. So I'll just quickly guide you through how I do that. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and I can do a tutorial on this specific step as well, so if that's something you want, just leave a comment, is you want to set up your control room in Cubase. And that's a nifty little feature that lets you basically monitor kind of without using up like a bus. Anyways, and this also enables you to use things which are called Q mixes, which is a feature that Steinberg has added into Cubase a couple editions ago, but they're super handy. Now, normally you'd use them for sending specific mixes to specific individuals in a recording session, be that like a guitar player or a singer and they want to hear different things. But in this case, we're going to use it to send to OBS just our stereo output and all of our inputs, so like your microphone, your guitars, and then not send things like the click track, just so if someone is watching you live, they're not going to hear that, annoying click. I mean, I don't mind it, but a lot of people, it's not the most musical thing. It's not nice to listen to. So anyways, got a bit away from myself there. So you've got your control room set up, and what you want to do is on the control room tab in your audio connections, you're going to add a Q mix. I already have one added, but you're just going to add it. You'll give it a name. In this case, I already have it. It's OBS. And then after you've got that set up, what you want to do is go to your mixer and then go to racks and then make sure that Q sends is enabled. And Q sends is basically this little tab down here, and this allows you to redirect things into that Q mix. So that's what I've done here. I've got my whole stereo output bus. So basically anything that happens in the project, any amount of tracks you add will always go to your kind of main stereo output bus. That's going into OBS pre-fader. And then I have created these two channels, which are basically monitor channels for my guitars and my microphone. And those are also going pre-fader. Now, the reason I do pre-fader is so that I can knock them down in my mix, because I don't want to hear like double up on kind of my monitoring. I don't want to hear my voice in my head. I can already hear it, and it's stupid enough. So I knock it down, and I just have it going to OBS. So as you can see here, I'm talking, and it's coming through here. And then it's also coming in here on OBS, which is kind of what you want. So that handles the Cubase end of it. Once you've got the Cubase end of it handled, you're going to want to download a program called Restream, and that's made by Reaper. Those are the folks that do the Reaper DAW, which is also a very nice lightweight DAW. It takes up almost no processing power. It's not free. It's an unlimited free trial, but the expectation there is that if you use it enough, you'd buy an actual license. But I use Cubase because I'm more comfortable with it. So yeah, so you get Restream, and you want to put that as an insert in your OBS Q mix. So you would click here, you would type in Restream, you would grab it, and then to set it up to work, it pops up like this. It says in here identifier. I give it the identifier Cubase 10.5 because that just makes it easier for me when I'm in OBS to link it. So you'd set it to that. You would set it to send audio over IP, and then in the drop down you would choose local broadcast. When you have that set up, you can go ahead and close that, and you'll see that it's already, the meter's moving. That means at least it's receiving on this end. And then when you go into your OBS setup, you're going to add an audio input capture. And then when you set it up, you're going to want to select a device that you're not using. So it wouldn't be something that's like your main Windows sound or anything like that. Usually most computers have a lot of options here, so just pick any one of them. The main thing is it's not actually receiving any kind of sound. It's not getting anything. That's kind of why I chose, just on mine I have a interface with many inputs, so I just chose 5 and 6. It doesn't matter. You're going to hit OK, and then you're going to add a filter, and the filter you want to add is a VST2X plugin. That pops up like that. You give it a name. I named it Cubase Audio, once again just to keep it all under control. And then in here, when you open up the interface, you see it's the RIA stream, and then you're going to have it to receive, and you set its name to the same name that you set in your Cubase session. So in this case, Cubase 10.5. Hit close. The nice thing is OBS will always save this, so every time you load up OBS, it's ready to go. The only thing that is kind of weird is that Cubase doesn't save this. It won't save this insert in your control room, so you do have to add it every time. That might also be just a weird Cubase thing. It's not a very stable program right now, 10.5. A lot of people are switching. I'm going to stick with it, but it's one issue you can run into. And anyways, just to show you that it does work. So there you go, you're getting the sound out of my DAW, and you're not hearing the click. And if you plug in a guitar, same thing. It works. And like I said, the big thing there is if you're wanting to do some kind of like live stream, your audience won't hear your click, which is nice. And there you go. And now you're all set up to get your DAW sound into your streaming software. So I want to say once again, thanks for watching. If you found the video useful, leave a comment saying that. If you found the video terrible, leave a comment saying that. If there's any other topics that maybe are related and I glossed over or something, leave a comment about that. I can make a video about that. And just once again, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.